somehow, when you come from work after 8 hours, it becomes a little bit overwhelming. And you end up with a desk like this, with dust scattering on your stuff that's supposed to be your creative outlet. And it's sad. And I don't want that to happen anymore. So I figured by having an after-work diary that I post and share with people, I'll push myself to do stuff. See, if I were a more reasonable person, I would have probably dusted the stuff and cleaned everything up before starting to film. But I don't want people to think that if you leave your writing tools for months without touching them under a covered writing desk, they magically dust themselves. That's not how the reality of dust works. So that's one. And two, I don't want people to think that in real life I would actually clean this before dealing with all this. In real life, which is exactly what I'm feeling right now, is I would push this back in, boom, out of sight, out of mind, sit down, relax, and enjoy reading the book. So I just wanted to point out that off camera, I just underlined this sentence and it was so good, I had to read it to you. It says that in our era, since the start of video, we are continually compelled to retell stories. And funny enough, they're just making a retelling of Snow White, which honestly is a perfect cartoon. You don't need to retell it. Just like they didn't need to retell The Little Mermaid or Lion King. I mean, seriously, why would you ever redo Lion King? You cannot capture the magic of the original animation in live action. You just can't. I didn't even bother watching any of the other ones. I didn't want the originals to be broken in my mind. So there you have it. And I think I'm going to stop here for today. I really enjoyed this book. The fact that it's a nonfiction, it's quite easy to read. Everything he says is very challenging. It makes you think. It really gives you a different perspective about animation in general, whether you care about animation or not. I enjoy watching it. I never thought about being an animator, but it's nice to understand what others think when creating animation. It gives me an extra appreciation for the art, I guess. But it's nice in small doses, and then I can move on to something else, and I'll take you along with me. My next project will for sure be dealing with this beautiful part of my walk-in closet. Let's keep going. Boom. Welcome back to my messy desk. 2 days ago, I left it like this after I was done reading, and as you can see, there was no magic fairy to clean it up for me. So the plan for the day is to start learning Japanese. And I'm doing this because hopefully in a year or two, we're gonna go on a family trip to Japan. And we are all interested a lot in the Japanese countryside. And as far as we understand, people there are elderly and they're not very comfortable speaking English. So of course, it's up to us to make ourselves understood. And since it's important for us to talk to the locals, I guess the only way to go around it is learn Japanese. And honestly, it makes the wait and the planning process so much more fun. And it increases the excitement and anticipation. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm making some hiragana flashcards because I'm old school and a very visual learner. So let's see in a few months how far I've got with this. Writing this makes me think that I might be messing up the sign order. So please, if you're Japanese or you know Japanese, don't be upset. Maybe I should do this while watching a video of someone that's native drawing them. I'm going to do that on the other side. I don't think if you've ever tried learning a language that doesn't have the Latin alphabet, it is the most bizarre feeling, opening a book and not even, your brain doesn't grasp the letters in the same way. It's kind of humbling. It really, it's fascinating, and I'm really excited to start this learning journey. I hate the word journey, but it really feels like a whole journey. It's basically coming back to what this whole channel will be about really taking advantage of those precious hours after work and appreciating the life that you basically build and live every day, and showing everyone the potential that those few hours have and all that you can achieve without really putting any pressure. I struggled for a while, especially with the hustle culture and all the inspo blah 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 that you see on YouTube, and how everyone has a side hustle and 2 side hustles and whatever. I felt pressure to also make more money in my spare time, but then I realized I make enough money for myself and my family on my day job, and I enjoy my day job. And yeah, the free time is to just do what I want to do, explore what I want to explore, create what I want to create. And funny enough, by doing that, it kind of liberated me to just go ahead because I definitely suffer from analysis paralysis. Huge analysis paralysis person here. So without that pressure, I kind of freed myself. And now I'm a brand new person. I need to start with my husband's birthday card. This beauty was created by my daughter, so all I have to do is write the text. Of course, for that I need to find my perfect pen. And in case you're wondering, the perfect pen is the Jetstream pen. As I was writing, I could hear the sound of this horrible watch. You can still hear it. It's like that Poe book. That's great. It's dead, as it should be. I really dislike the sound of watches. They're anxiety-inducing. I just don't want to hear the ticking sound of life going by. I'm sorry. So the project of the day is, of course, recreating this pouch in craft washable paper. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I absolutely love the design of this pouch. And funny enough, it was supposed to be this temporary solution, actually a temporary pouch that was testing the design to see if I should spend a lot of money on a designer version of this. The answer is no, I should not spend a lot of money on it. Not because of the design, but because I changed my mind about where my money should go. And now that I have all the bits and pieces that are needed to recreate this, I plan to take it apart and reuse every little bit and kind of make my own wallet. I'm not going to lie, the process is going to be complicated. It will have a lot of fails in it, but hopefully it will all go well. Oh yeah, what a beauty. So now I can close this and I will reuse it because, you know what, the zipper was quite good quality considering. In many ways, this is one of the reasons why I started this channel, because I have endless amounts of those kind of projects that I postpone and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that thinks that the moment you get home from work, your day is over. You know, all you can do is zone out in front of the TV and dream of all the projects that you're gonna do and kind of make plans of all the cool things you're gonna build, and in the end you don't do any of them because you just feel tired and exhausted. But this isn't the first time that I just go ahead and tell myself for 15 minutes a day I'm gonna just go for it. Decide on a project and just go for it. I mean, I already do my job, so nothing that I do here needs to be perfect or fancy. It just needs to be done, you know? But enough rambling. Back to the process. As you can see here, I am trying really, really hard to cut the washable craft paper. And after very careful measuring and very anesthetic cutting here, I can tell you that it's much more frustrating than I anticipated and much more difficult. The craft paper does not feel like leather or anything that is meant to be folded and made into the shape of a wallet. And you'll see here how I very soon realized that I made a mistake because I folded it crooked. Yeah, the process is starting to become more filled with those kind of small mistakes out of lack of experience. And I can tell you that hearing my thoughts during this whole process is going to take you on an emotional roller coaster. But rest assured, I survived. Guess maybe I should sew it in first. How do people do this? Maybe sew one part and then the other? I don't know. So many decisions to make. The thing is, after I sew it, I need to flip it around. Or maybe I should just make it visible, the sew line. Then I should have made it straighter. Damn it. I'll start again on the other side. Okay, try with this. How am I supposed to do this? This will not be a one evening project at all. I wonder if those are too close. I feel like I'll have regrets about this. Oh no, I just realized I fucked up. Oh no, I fucked up. Because when this one will go all the way through, oh, it will make it bigger. Oh, that's painful. Okay, I need to cut it off. That was not what I wanted to do. Okay, let's just say it's good that I took precautions and gave myself plenty of space to fail. I wonder if I'm gonna put the zipper in, because that will be a problem for tomorrow for sure. I wonder if it would have been a smart idea to actually draw a line through it. Yeah, that would have been a smart idea. I learned so much from this experience. Look at me go. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. What do I do next? Poke it? Yeah, this will not go. Nope. I should have definitely watched a few YouTube videos before. I thought it was very easy, as usual, but I decided to stop at 9 so we can watch Attack on Titan. No matter the progress, and I expect the progress will be lacking. Lacking. I mean, you might be laughing. Okay, I am taking another approach because I'm cool like that. I am going to wrap it around. Look at that. Oh, yes. Oh, look at that. This will be a beautiful knot. Oh, it's a thing of beauty. No, it's not. But I'm sure it will be my favorite wallet because I put a lot of effort into it. So I need to make a little thing that is wide enough for me to have 2 holes in it. Make a really strong knot. Then I can cut this off. Oh no, I made it too short. I made it too short. It's too short. It's too short. I don't have a wallet. What a mess, right? Well, it's still as it was yesterday. I didn't clean anything up, but I found a solution to one of my problems. Not all of them, because there are a lot of problems with this wallet. But I decided I will not give up. Put this one here, and then continue sewing the rest. And then on the back, I'll make like a little loop that will go over, and hopefully this will hold it in place. We shall see, but I'm determined not to give up. So we'll see how that goes. The question is, will this fit through? And it does. What? Okay, I did not see that coming. Does it? Oh, glorious. Look at that. Okay. My luck is turning. I feel it. Probably you've noticed my fail counter, and maybe you're thinking it's quite negative, but I really don't look at it like that. I am somewhat of a perfectionist, and my whole life I've been afraid of failure. But the more I think about it, the more I realize that the only time I actually fail is when I try something new and exciting. And if I'm really honest to myself, I'd much rather fail and experience new things, try out new projects, than never fail and then do the same thing over and over again. So when I count my failures, it's definitely not because I want to say, oof, I'm so bad at it, but more to point out that, hey, every single one of those failures is actually an opportunity of learning something. Every single failure has a result from it. And in this case, I can spell it for you, but I did end up finishing the wallet. So obviously, every failure is a step closer to the end result. And no matter how it looks at the end, no matter how far it is from my initial vision, and no matter how many fails I had to make on the way to the end result, isn't it awesome? I don't know. I'm sitting here and recording this and looking at all the different fails that I've had and writing them down and counting. And I decided that no, it's awesome. It's awesome. Everyone should count their fails and celebrate them, because without them, we'd be stuck. Completely, utterly stuck. This might be problematic. This might not be the solution I thought it would be. What if I would just drag it like that and then just have a knot here? Yes, that's better. See? Double loop. Yes. And a knot. The world is full of problems just because there are so many solutions that you have to try. After a little bit of problem solving, I am back in business. And as you can see here, all I have to do is sew the last part, the last side of the wallet, and I should have a brand new made by me wallet. And I can tell you, I've been tempted quite a couple of times to stop and give up and just go in the store and buy a new wallet. And the only reason why I persisted was because I wanted to see what would happen if I didn't give up. I wanted to see how many problems I could solve on the way to figuring it out. And eventually I did. And I don't think it will look as I envision it to start with at all. Quite far from it. But that's also kind of the pleasure of the process, I guess. The fact that you create while creating. It's plan, design as you go kind of situation here. And if you ever thought about giving up on a project that's messing with your head and patience, I would say try sticking with it and see where it goes. I will try putting I usually have 4 cards in there, so I'm making a stack of 4 cards. And they fit fine. Then I'm gonna add my keys. What a moment! Can you feel the excitement? Will they fit? And the keys don't fit very well. Let's try again. And the keys did indeed fit. And I closed it. And nothing is falling. The keys are falling a little bit. But boy oh boy, isn't this a thing of beauty? Or alternatively, I could just keep this out with the keys and just close this down. And indeed, I have a functional wallet. So happy. Success. Is it as beautiful as this used to be? I don't know. But I made it myself.